Hey guys, Martin here. I'm going to talk to you about, and I'm going to show you my sim racing gear. I'm pretty lucky. I got sponsored by SpenardSimulation.com. Very nice cockpit. So we'll go around, me and Eric will go around my cockpit, my gear for you, and we'll tell you what's up, what's good, and what's amazing. Alright, let's watch this with us. So guys, Martin again with the Spenard Simulation cockpit. Mine's a little bit custom because I got bigger screen. I got triple 42. So we'll show you what Jonathan at Spenard had to do to get that done. As you can see, it's an independent rack, and the three monitors are bolted on, but because they're 42 inches, there was a lot of work to get it done. They took the measurement with a couple string, went to the shop, came back, and it showed up here and it fits perfectly. It's very strong, very well balanced for the weight of the screen. And as you can see, we got Instadel LED LED here in the back. I love those, and I'll tell you why I love these. Because when you race, most of the time you will turn your lights off so it's dark. But with these lights, the reflection that it does on the wall for me, it's not as hard on my eyesight. They don't get as tired because of the LED. So if you ever get a Spenard Simulation cockpit, think about Instadel.ca, because this will help your eyes in the long run, especially if you spend a lot of time like I do in that cockpit. It's quite amazing. Then we'll transfer up front. We'll show you the other stuff that we have here, the strength of that cockpit. It's something I've never seen before, so let's move on forward now. Alright guys, here's my gear. I'm using a V2 Fanatec Club Sport hub and a V3 Club Sport pedal. I got like the Formula 1 steering wheel I interchange. But for the NASCAR part, that's pretty much the most thing I will drive is NASCAR and dirt, so I'm using the 13.5 inch. I have a couple button box on each side, exactly like in a real car. Same thing, it's programmed. Push to start the button, it will start. All my adjustment, like for brake bias, fuel, 2-4 tires, and all that stuff, it's all in there. I also have a nice little gimbal here that gives me, it's like a Dash Pro 1, but it's a little bit better in there. It's not hooked up. What I really enjoy and love of that cockpit is this swivel. This is amazing. Because sometimes I don't race, I will admin the Spenard Simulation Super Series. So for me, I got my keyboard, my mouse all close to me. I'm really comfy in my seat while I watch the other drivers on my triple screen. I'll be able to take some notes and stuff. The yellows, caution, who did it, and I'm going to get boo-boo on their hand. And penalty, I guess. And this old cockpit, actually, I was sponsored by another manufacturer last year. This thing is the top notch because it's sturdy and strong. These steering wheel ain't like a G27 or G29. They got 2 engine in it, and the force feedback is kicking like in a real car. Let me tell you, it's really strong. You could adjust everything, but it takes a beating. My other shelf of my other cockpit, it's all loose and banging like an old lady. So it's no good for racing. When you want to run up front, you need some good stuff. And this is one of the best. You have also the Spenard armrest. I love these. You could rest yourself. You got everything is fully adjustable. Everything is the height, forward, backwards, the way you want it. Everything, the pedal, the angle of the pedal. You have a kit also that you can put reverse pedal in it, so it's more closer to the real thing in a real car, because we both know that. We both know that in a race car, the pedal are not mounted on the floor; they mount on the frame above. So, and here's one thing that we have that I didn't show it to you. I didn't have time to hook it up yet, but I'm a big fan of Elite and Dangerous also, and Star Citizen. So I probably put it backwards, but you could put it the way you want. I think that one's for the middle, but everything is adjustable. What I want to show you to you is every connection has two of them. So it doesn't get loose, it's tight there. It won't move. Jonathan at Spenard Simulation put a lot of time and effort to build these. Over 2 years of the research and development to make sure that everything fits and everybody will like it. And you know what, the best part? They're not that expensive. You'll buy one at $6 or $7 or $800. By the time you get done with all the accessories, you'd be able to buy yourself a Spenard, a real tough and sturdy cockpit. My other gear, my computer, it's a big machine. It's got a big card, big graphic card, lots of RAM, lots of RAM. Because you need a lot of RAM on the graphic cards around these triple screen. Bigger they are, harder it is on the graphic card. So you need to be up to date. I had a surround sound system, but when I was talking with my teammate like Eric and the other guy on TeamSpeak, it would have done, it was doing a feedback. So I just went back out with the headset. So that's pretty much what I was wanting to share with you about my Spenard Simulation cockpit. Like I said, it's fully adjustable everywhere. It's very sturdy, very strong, and the seat is very comfortable, especially with for a big guy like me with big shoulder. So next step, let's watch Eric puts on lap at Charlotte on this baby.
Hey guys, we're back and we're going to be testing out the Spenard Simulation cockpit. We're here on iRacing. We're at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the B car, Ford Mustang, and we're going to be having a blast here, going around a few laps just to show you the Spenard Simulation cockpit. And right out of the gate, I'm sitting out in Martin's cockpit. I realize I'm not the same format as him, so I have to adjust it a little bit. It's just like in a real car. You've got that little handle on the bottom, pull it up, drag the seat forward a little bit, and then you're really comfortable. Pedals, right position, right angle. Got the clutch right here, the brake, and the gas. Really comfortable. I'm really able to move my feet around if I need to. Steering wheel well positioned as well, very comfortable. Got the paddle shifts here. Don't have a shifter for that one. I'll put the headset on so I have sound a little bit. It's a little too loud because our friend Martin here had an extensive music career. So
yeah, I'm kind of deaf. After 35 years of rocking all over the place,
you might end up hearing it.
So let's. With triple 42 screen like this, it feels more like you would be sitting in a real race car actually. Your full vision is totally full. I rather have my screen displayed that way. Some of them will bring the panel more so they feel like they all squeeze in. But for me, the width is, for myself with my past experience driving a real race car, feels more real that way. The field of view, that's what it's called. And you could see that our good friend Eric, who's an awesome sim racer actually, is attacking Charlotte Speedway really aggressively. And let me tell you, he's actually putting some string on the steering wheel right now. But this cockpit is so well built and so sturdy that it doesn't shake anything. And he lost it. Oh, he's gonna bring it back. He's drifting. Good job, Eric.
Almost.
So, what's your thought on what is your thought on the feeling and the strength and the sturdy of this cockpit?
Look, it's as real as you can get. The fastest I've been on some sort of a racetrack is doing 4-stroke karts, and you've got to get the feel for it. You've got to feel how the race car wants to handle, and that's what you're getting from that force feedback. You've seen me wrestle that steering. It's because that steering was trying to get off my hands. Like I'm trying to keep the car when I want it to be on the fastest line as I can on that banking at Charlotte. And one of the things also, these pedals have that resistance. When you're pressing down hard on the throttle, you can feel that resistance in it, and it really enhances the feeling, and also that nice little headset giving you all the sounds of the engine, and if your splitter is hitting the track and everything. Those are details that you need as a driver to figure out, and as a crew chief as well, to let your team know, okay, I'll need the front splitter to be a little higher and everything setup related. So there's a lot that this cockpit brings that something else wouldn't. Like, I'm racing at home, my own rig. I have a G27 Logitech steering wheel with the shifter, and I have 3 screens. They're 21 inches. There's a lot less peripheral vision I can use on my rig than on this one. This one I see much more reference points than I can on mine, and it gives me a little bit of an advantage. If you take 2 equal drivers, you sit one in this cockpit and one, say, on the single screen with 27 inches, this driver in this cockpit will have a slight advantage. Not obviously that big, but it could be very important in traffic. If you have vehicles next to you, you see them around you. You see them how close they are and how much wiggle room you have, which is something you won't see if you have a single screen. So very, very well built, very solid, very sturdy. I'm sitting at home on a small chair, or a computer chair actually, and you know, it's gonna swivel around a little bit, it's gonna move, it's gonna roll. This setup is really sturdy. There's nothing moving in there. It's really solid, and I could feel those 2 engines in the
club,
in
the hub, eh?
Yeah, you could just feel it, and you were feeling the resistance as I was trying to wrestle it to stay where I want it to be. And then you've got all these lovely little options, which I don't have at home. They're just user-friendly if I really want just to switch something off, or just adjust the brake bias or something during the car. And even Mart has this little patience written right there. It's a little nice little mental focus thing. I really like that one.
Yeah, we need that, especially in stock car.
Yeah,
all right.
One little final thing, as Martin mentioned before, is that once you're done with sim racing and everything, you can just bring in that lovely little keyboard. Yep, you're right. That's it. And then you're ready to work, whether you need to work on whatever presentation you want to get going. There we go. And then you've got your keyboard, you've got your mouse over here. You're just as if you were sitting in your office, but you're in a really relaxed position. And ergonomically, it's pretty good as well. Like, you're not gonna get strained like I would in my own cockpit on my computer chair, moving and swiveling around, not being exactly straight. This is going to keep you straight, and it's going to keep your back healthy, it's going to keep your shoulders healthy, everything good as long for sim racing.